Hey everyone, this is Nick Martinez, KSJS General Manager and staff member for San Jose State University. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you a tour of the station and let you know a little bit about what area we are in the building, what we're doing, and how we're on the air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So right now you're sitting or looking at me in my office. This is where you'll find me at least half the day. The other half of the day you'll find me roaming the halls with a cup of coffee in my hand. But besides that, this is the hub. This office right here is where my program director is, my office manager is, my production director is, and my traffic director for the station. So this is usually where they'll all keep office hours. The other departments that we have will keep office hours are promotions and also music directors, and I'll show you those spaces in a little bit. So I'll get up and I'm going to show you around. So like I said, this is where every student manager, here is the acting program director, Justin.
Hello.
Doing his work for his stuff. So this hallway right here is KSJS's wing. Outside of one office, which is right here, KSJS has all the rooms all the way down. We have all the storage space right here. This is where all the mail comes in. This is where traffic keeps their logs for 3 years, because by law we have to keep our traffic logs for 3 years. And if you're in 94, you'll learn that. Right here is some extra space for our blues library. Not only that, is all of our office supplies. This right here, 130, the Clarence Flick, who was the founder of KSJS and was the one who put this all together for the university. This is his broadcast room, and this is where some students, or one student or a student, is going to be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365, and we're going to go in right now and we're live. So I'll show you in here and turn on the light. Alright, I'm doing a tour, so turn down the overhead music. So this is the hub of everything we do, like I was talking about. Right there is our nice $36,000 board, and if you go to any college radio station in the Bay, you won't find a better board, unless it's a jazz station which has a bunch of people who have a lot of money and are NPR. But as a student-run station, you'll never find a better board in the land. Of course, there's the computers, there's our CDs. About 90% of what we do is played on CD. The rest is played on vinyl or MP3. Currently, if you turn the camera around, you will see all of our musical libraries. So that right there is electronic. This right here is urban. This is a mix between rock and Espanol and jazz. This is all jazz, and then this is all subversive rock. The way it goes is 5,000 CDs here, 5,000 CDs here, 5,000 CDs there, 2,000 CDs, 2,000 CDs, and about 1,000 records make up our library. And our library consists of everything from when we originally started to stuff in the last 2 to 3 to 4 years. If you turn around and look where my DJ is right now, this is all of our current music, all of our different formats. So you have Alternativo and Espanol, you have subversive rock, electronic, jazz, and urban, and this is the current rotation that everyone does. Your heavies, your mediums, your features are all in here, and as you see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Well, there's 5 formats, so each row equals a format. Alright, so what else can I show you in here? That's about it. This is where a lot of people come in to hang out. You want to see the transmitter? So if you turn around, I'll show you the transmitter. Alright? So this right here is a transmitter. If you get in here real close, you'll see 458.6 right now. And that's what the wattage that we're putting out right now. Now, if you know anything about the station actually broadcasts at 1,500 watts. That's not 1,500 watts. But what is happening is we put this out at 459 to 468, somewhere in that area. And what happens is it goes all the way up to our tower, and our transmitter then takes that signal and multiplies it by 3. Well, if you multiply 458 by 3, you get close to 1,500 watts, and that's what we're putting out. We don't want to put up exactly 1,500 watts, because if we put up exactly 500 on this, then this has a tendency to go up and down, so you need to give yourself a buffer, and that's why we're always broadcasting a little bit under 1,500 watts on our brand new $7,000 transmitter that we just bought about 4 weeks ago, which is the greatest investment I've probably ever made since I've been GM at the station. So that's a little history on the transmitter. This, along with the legal ID, is something that is required for us to log constantly by the FCC. Our legal ID, which you'll learn, has to be done at the top of the hour, KSJS San Jose, and what our meter readings are always at, because in case we're doing something or something messes up with the equipment and someone says we're broadcasting too high or too low, we need to have the record say, no, we are recording right where we need to be recording. So those are the two things that we're required to do by law on the FCC on a constant day in, day out basis. So, night or day, someone's in here. Usually at night, you bring a friend, because it's downtown San Ho, and you know downtown San Ho. Anyways, now I'm going to flip you around, and this is a nice mural that we have for the station, just to let everyone know that you're in our neck of the woods. This was painted before I even got here, and the old slogan that we used to go by before Ground Zero Radio was world domination through frequency modulation. And then about 2000, we switched to the Ground Zero Radio, nothing to do with the 9/11 attack or anything like that. The reason why we picked Ground Zero Radio is because we believe, and the students believe, and we always have been, the beginning, the middle, and the end of what real radio is all about. Our music, what we're trying to program, what we're trying to do, and as you've seen over the last 3 years, we've been the Metro Station of the Year for the last 3 years in the South Bay, so we're obviously doing something right. The other benefit about being part of KSJS is you get to be part of the group, and the group gets to sit and relax in the lounge. This right here, 132, is the lounge. So people are allowed to come in and do their homework, hang out, do anything they want to do, and as long as they're not breaking anything and they're having a good time. In this room we also have a TV, some DVD player, and people like to hang out and just do their normal thing. We also have a couple computers set up, and it's a nice little lounge area. Right here is also our production studio. So let me get us in here real quick, if I can remember my code. I knew it was one of them. I have 7 codes in here. So right now it's a little packed because we have some of our extra gear around. Let me get the lights on for you. Come on in real quick. So this is our Pro Tools studio. And our Pro Tools studio has a couple of things. One, of course, we have our computer, which has our Pro Tools, which we're upgrading to Pro Tools 8 in a couple of weeks. We also have our DigiCart system. Now, before you kids were probably 3 or 4 years old, from my freshmen that came in here, we used to use a system back in before I got here in 95, and right when I got here we got this DigiCart system. We used to use carts, 8-track, or was it 8-track? Yeah, 8-tracks. Is that the right term? I think so. And what we would do is we would tape our spots to these little tracks, these carts, and we would play them in, and you physically play these carts, and they were basically just tape that looped. So when you got to 30 seconds, it looped back to the beginning so you could play it again immediately. Well, we all got wise to that, got rid of those, and went all digital, and this is our DigiCart system. So everything that we do on our Pro Tools system, we record to our DigiCart system, that then is then fiber optically transferred to the on-air studio for all of our spots and everything else. We also broadcast our internet signal from here. Very simple setup right now, JavaScript, so anybody, your mom, your dad, all have downloaded JavaScript. They can listen to KSJS online at ksjs.org, and we just run it off a little Mac Mini. The last room I'll show you is our music director's office. Now you might be looking around the station and go, this doesn't look very much like a college radio station, it's got a little too much business feel to it. But the reality is we're part of the university, and we want to let the university know that we are a professional organization. The last bastion of college radio, though, resides in this room, which is the music director's room. So I'm doing a tour, guys, so watch out for a second.
All right.
So this is where all the music directors come in, and as you can take a look, you can just see piles upon piles of CDs that have come through and gone through the library over the last 10, 12, 15 years, depending on how much they want to keep and how much they need to go through. And if you flip around right there, this is where all the music directors do their weekly stuff. All right? There you go.
All right.
Okay. So in all, that is the short tour of KSJS. So I hope you enjoyed that. Any questions, you guys can always email me or ask me.